What's good? I'm your wild and cozy high priest. We're just going for the bedroom vibes. Ever so grateful to connect, ever so grateful for our energetic exchange. This message is for the Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising Collective, regardless of your natal placement. You may have been guided to this message. I ask that you take what resonates and leave the rest to the rest. This message is attuned to the vibration of the full moon lunar eclipse that has passed in Virgo. The moon is currently in Libra. Gemini, you may be a moon in Gemini, and the moon in Libra is significant. I ask our guides of the highest, most brilliant, divine white light protect me, you, and us as I channel and interpret for your Gemini divine. Thank you so much again. For you, for the air signs, I hope I remember. I want to make sure I pull an Herbal Astrology by Adriana Ayales. Okay. Thank you all so much for being here, and don't forget to hit like to support me in the growth of the channel, or if the message resonates, right? Okay. Thank you so much, Gemini. Some of you may be hiding out. Some of you are like in a fort, building forts like we used to when we were children, right? It's giving bedroom vibes. Wow, you do have breakthrough. Mars and Uranus. So this is like a tower moment, but it's also the Ace of Swords, which is a frustrative maybe moment, or it may be frustrating to come to accept what is happening, but it is for your highest good. Obviously, it's Mars inspired, and it's also the undertones of Uranus. So Uranus is moving into your sign, remember, after it finishes through with Taurus, so the second house, and also the fourth house, Cancerian house. Some of you are on vacation with your lover. You also have Tulsi, wealth, Mercury, and undertone of Jupiter. So Jupiter is in your second house, and if you're a Gemini rising. This is definitely attuned to the moon, the eclipse in Virgo, attempting to guide you through whatever is happening at work. And work, for some of you, can be family or home, right? The homestead. And I hope to remember to read that message. I couldn't. So initially yesterday I was going to set up in the bedroom. And then today I did this. So there's something to say about that. Okay, you have the animal and the sword. Once again, the challenge can be that splitting, cutting truth. And here you have the sun and the moon. So the solar eclipse that just recently happened 2 weeks ago, right? This is 62, and then the animal is card 19. Okay. So inklings of the sun. Where are you meant to shine? Or are you reluctant to accept this love? Because it means you cut out a lot. Okay, it means you've been, maybe the way I describe it sometimes is like you've been single for a few years, and now you've met someone that you actually want to commit to. But this can very well be about work. Okay. And then here you have the father. Okay. Yes, interesting. Card number 2. Moving from this to me is just about for you, Gemini, for a reading. It really is like, yes, you have your routine, you have your daily routine, you have your weekly outlook, you have your month planned out, you have your year planned out, and then here comes someone drenches your day to day, and it can be ever consuming, but it is moving you out of this vibration of, or it's not even a vibration, it's just like your daily regimen is changing, and the animal does like it does give me someone who doesn't care for the rules, and I think you can take that with you. The animals also, these are like urges, primal instinctual urges. This is something from childhood, but beyond that, it is something that affects your lineage. And likely what I'm trying to say is that you've healed parts of the lineage. Okay. So now you're guided. Oh wow, you have the shaman. Perhaps writing can help. Okay. To release a lot of that like black and white thinking. And it's not so much that I'm saying you are a black and white thinker, but it is about being guided to a more honest place, being guided back to the heart. Okay. And that can be the frustration. That can mean cutting things out, right? Or admitting, or really looking at things. Okay. I picked up the Thoth Tarot, so we're going with it. Wow, we have Justice. Oh, and the Queen of Cups. Yes, Cancer. Some of you may have a moon in Cancer, or maybe Cancer rising, or maybe are affected by. It's like maybe your father also played a role as your mother, or your mother played a role as her father. And so there's a summation there, like that part of you has wrapped up, or is trying to wrap up. Okay. It has a lot to do with like soulmate karma. Here we have the Ace of Swords once again. Wow. Okay. It very well, some of you can have that Taurus, like a Mars in Taurus, or it can be about work, it can be about your value, like rising. We have the Ten of Pentacles here. And then we have adjustment, the balance, the scales, Libra, Saturn, Capricorn, and then we have Mercury in Virgo, Ten of Pentacles, and then the Queen of Cups, which to me is just like the wrap up. The wrap up is the challenge. The Queen of Cups is the situation, is what do you need to unravel from? What do you need to let go, and then let go of, or release control of, or admit. And it could very well be about work. It could very well be that your value is much more, or there's more value, more for you elsewhere. You're ready to go elsewhere in a new community, but 10 of Pentacles, 10 of Discs is wealth. So it is just like perhaps you are bringing in someone new into the family. Okay. Or because of all the changes that have been created, now you're investing time and motivation in to actually go out into the real world, come out of hiding. And that could be actual challenge, okay? So we're going to find the King of Coins. Earlier you did appear. I've been trying to record your message for a while. I hope this is helpful, because I am a little bit out of my normal chair and like the table. In 10th house here, yes, you have overall vibration is Ace of Discs, so Ace of Coins or Ace of Pentacles, and then Ace of Cups. So Moon in Cancer, a rebirth in love. I think maybe because some of you have had to end a long-term relationship over the last year. Some of you have moved as a result, or some of you have left, or a job ended. Okay. So now it's really coming back to shine. Something about like eliminating waste, letting go. Okay. So we have unveiled Isis, the Empress. Some of you are definitely have met someone. A fire sign. Okay, let me find the King of Coins. This is going to be the longest message ever. Wow, it's like you've completed an entire journey, and that again can be involved in so many things. You do have the Temperance card. In this case, it is Taurus vibration, or quality of bringing value to the relationship. And this can be the relationship with yourself, and it can also be just making the decision. The Alchemist, Temperance, card 14, to me does speak of frustration, frustrative action, a frustrative course to transmute, to go beyond the frustration, to acknowledge that despite it being difficult to manage all of that, you will move through it, and more so it is about allowing it to move through you and pass. Okay. So it's like you have healed and you're now guided to love. And then here you are, King of Coins, like at the tail end of this. And then you maybe have received a good message regarding work. So the way I can picture it, the way I can see it, is that you have moved somewhere new, or you have taken on a new role, and that has kind of left you wide open for this new journey in love. Wow, this is successful business and work. Okay. And maybe you have not necessarily, and I don't want to cause any upset, but it's like, have you admitted that to yourself, your success story, even if it does not follow, right? There's definitely there's a Leo, a Scorpio, or Aquarius. Y'all are building something. Either way, The way Gemini, sometimes do you feel like you can't hide from the reader, right? Like sometimes I'm like, it doesn't matter who's watching, but definitely hit like. Doesn't matter to me who's watching. As long as you hit like. Okay. Can I just say that you've come out of a tough time. You've healed wounds associated with the father or the lineage. From that aspect, it can be like overconsumption. It can be mishandling, disorganization. Okay. In your power. Are we doing okay? Wow. I hope that you can hear me. Okay, yeah. You do have the power to resolve this issue. If you see it as an issue, or if you just see it as a situation that needs a lot of balance. Two of Pentacles, Jupiter and Capricorn. This could have been a long time coming. You could feel like you're older, comparatively speaking, relatively speaking, you're older age, or you're past midlife. Doesn't matter. You're experiencing this like romantic resurgence. Here's justice. So that's the frustration, but that's within your power to overcome, to move through, to allow it to move through you. You also have someone, so this could be a crosswatcher situation. Remember to hit like, even if you are the crosswatcher. Card number 11, which does have, when I read justice, it does have ties to Saturn, Saturnian ties, which is governed or ruled. Saturn rules Capricorn. Okay. So there's expansive energy there. What can feel like your life is changing in a way where your freedom is being taken away from you, it actually isn't. It's just the time now calls for responsibility with work, and that could be difficult when you're entertaining romance. And so there's a refinement or a fine tuning between fun and work, right? Two of Pentacles. But that to me, you're in your power. So that means that you can wrap that all. It's not even a chapter. It's like a volume, like a book. It's now you're writing your new book. Okay. A lot of people, do you feel like a lot of people don't? This is such a weird message. Maybe a lot of folks don't see eye to eye with you. Wow. So you are on the web. This has so many like crossover, Page of Swords, and the World card. So you are online. There's a lot of power that comes through. You're being looked at. People love to watch you. In your healing, you've come out of that to make the right choice. In your environment, please. The Chariot and the Judgment card. Okay. Gemini, you know the Chariot is my favorite card. as of late. And that's really interesting because we have Temperance, which is Sagittarian. We have the Chariot, which is traditionally read as a card that symbolizes the sign of Cancer. But this, to me, also, again, I'm exposing so much of my traditions and teachings and studies. Like the Chariot is also, to me, an aspect of Sagittarius. And this is the aspect of Sagittarius that is involved in frustration due to relations. So no relationship comes without frustration. And I don't mean that. I know there's a connotation behind it, but relationships of any kind, if they are meant to work or if you want them to work right, you have to be involved in evolving and making changes, or just admitting that it's not for you. You're not meant to be around that person. They've taught you something, you've taught them something, whatever. At the end of the day, it's no one is grading anybody. No one is like, I taught you this. I think in the tarot community, we get a lot of that. Like, he was my karma, they were my karma, she's my karma. And it's like, no, your karma is your own karma. They just are a representation of the karma that you need to work through. Anyway, I'm so sorry. Around you is this like entire wrap up. You realize this, I'm only confirming it. And because you have Judgment, card number 20, Pluto, Uranus, Scorpionic. So, again, from being taken advantage of, people taking too much from you, now move out of that black and white world. Again, with a black and white. So the father, it doesn't even have to be about your father or the lineage. It just is about overcoming black and white thinking. And you're seeing that. You're now seeing through color, technicolor, color. It's not rose-colored lenses. It's more like full color, like all colors, the colors of the world. And so now that can be the new level of frustration. And I think we were talking about that, right? Like, do you, I don't know why I mentioned it. It's such a weird message for me to say. Do you think people don't understand you? It's like, that's likely because you see through them. You're able to read through, you're able to read them, and like, they don't even understand themselves. Okay. So you could likely be involved in therapy. I don't know. You're maybe a therapist, or you see therapists, or you've studied psychology. You know, we love it. Tarot is psychology, right? Despite what any other tarot reader may say. This is when I do chime in and have to go against some folks. Like, tarot is very much spiritual and psychological. You'd be surprised. My therapist and I talk a lot about tarot. Okay. So we were talking about the King of Pentacles, Taurus, and then here's the Queen of Pentacles, which is significant because it's Capricornian. So it's like, you are the master, you are the queen, no matter your gender. You're able to, you can start this new passage. Okay. I hope that my socks, these are just like house socks. Are we cozy or what? Okay. I gotta wrap it up, right? Okay. Your advice based on this. I think we've given you really good advice. Okay. Temperance is the advice. The Alchemist. Transmutation. You're being guided to come back online. Okay. You're being guided to go to a new space. You're being guided to enjoy the ride. You're being advised to notice that you are in transition and this is about to wrap up. You've been very patient. You've been very diligent. Okay. Sagittarius. And then here's that you will be victorious. It's about showing up differently and likely showing up in a different space. taking ownership of your work and not relying on past experience. Not saying your past experience didn't bring you here and that you shouldn't, have a resume per se. I'm talking more about the way you used to do things, that is also changing. So you can't rely on how you manage previous experiences. You now are guided to work on taking new forms of action, involving new methodologies. Wow, here's that freaking King of Pentacles that I'm talking about. King and Queen. So that's the married couple. Maybe that's in your future in any way, shape, or form. Not everyone wants traditional marriage. But whoever you're working alongside with, this could be all about you. Okay, you know that your stubbornness means wealth for you. And that doesn't mean some of you maybe, but that's not the message here. I'm not saying that you're going to make buku monies, buku bucks. I'm saying that wealth is a vibration, it's a feeling, and it's here for you. And it could very well mean that you will be more successful than you have been in the past in this new line of work, or as you transition into this new period of your life. There is success, there's victory, right? Albeit, like, we have to get our what together. Okay. The outcome, please. Wow. So you will determine what isn't fair for you and what isn't fair treatment of others and fair treatment for yourself. 6 of discs, 6 of pentacles, moon in Taurus. Okay. The moon is very significant here. The moon is becoming significant to you. Emotions. You have the moon. Yes, you have the moon. Pisces. And then you have King of Cups, which is Pisces, Scorpio. A lot of Pisces here, okay? So this is the time now. It is alluding to your emotional intelligence, your EQ, the new levels that you've come to. This isn't to really it's not about being proud, right? It's not about pride. But I think that, yes, you should be proud that you're moving away from what isn't fair. And it will happen. I want to guarantee that for you, that you're getting through this. You have the World card as your power, and then you have the moon as the advice, as the outcome. Meaning you are seeing exactly where you are. And although you have gained the emotional intelligence that you will need, that you will apply in this new era, in this new version of you, you have to commit to making it through this part, which is really observing and making sure that no one takes advantage of you, and that vice versa. You don't take advantage of others. Fairness. And in no way, shape, or form am I saying that this is what you're doing, but if we're allowing others to take advantage of us, then they're in some way, energetically, spiritually, psychologically, practically, you could be seeing that as you maybe wanted to take advantage of something and receive benefits from something, and now you see that it's not fair for either party, okay? But this person really all about you. Because didn't we have, so we have the two royals, the Pentacles, King of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles, and then we had the Queen of Pentacles. Okay. Or I'm sorry, the Queen of Cups, and then we have the King of Cups. Here's the Prince of Discs. Okay, here's the Queen of Pentacles, Queen of Discs. So, and then we have the Tower, breakthrough. And then this is the year of the Fire Horse. Getting the F out of that lower aspect, okay? Rising to the top, justice, rising above it. And then Two of Cups. And then Two of Wands, okay? A whole new beginning built on your solid foundation. And then you meeting this new version of you, and then you taking on this love vibration, okay? You have the Ace of Wands, well, and the Wheel of Fortune and the Five of Wands, okay? It seems like you are the winner somehow, some way. You have overcome a lot. Okay, we're doing okay. Who's this Page of Swords? I don't know, some of you are about to have a breakthrough at work. Or it's like public. Maybe this relationship is, there's like exposure. Also, it could be you that you're moving out of this, okay? The Five of Pentacles. And the Three of Swords. Perhaps you needed that. And I'm not the one that, it's just the way I perceive it, right? Like having to be cast out to see differently. And that led you through the stages of healing, okay? Also, being outside of your natural world and environment allowed for this healing to take place. But then you have Eight of Pentacles, Eight of Wands, which is like, then we have the Ace of Swords. It's like you're focused on getting out of there. Don't rely too much on what has happened because you're in transition. Perhaps the advice or message there is to wrap up any fixations, okay? It's time to move away from that. The Chariot. Someone from afar is very fixated on you, okay? On your change. Holy moly, and we have the Chariot, and then the Judgment card came out. Okay. Perhaps your mother. Okay. Or someone you experience arguments with, someone you work with, or it could be all of these folks, okay? Past relationship that you left behind that didn't work out. Your angels, your guides, okay? Everyone is like on your side somehow. You're being seen and looked at, even if you're not online, even if you've been hiding. There's no hiding your energy, Gemini. I kind of am into this like boosting. I'm hella super boosting you up, aren't I? I'm like pumping you up. I'm cheering you on. I'm never this like, I'm never a cheerleader, right? But maybe I should be. I'm your cheerleader, Gemini. Okay. Gosh, I want more coffee. I've been, my doctor's like, stop drinking coffee. Okay. Who's this King of Cups? It's a soulmate. So Six of Cups can be read as the outcome could very well be that someone has lost you, has lost that version of you. Never committed, it was never fair anyway. That's being left behind. On the other hand, Six of Cups can very well be nostalgia, reminiscing of past, seeing it through the rose-colored eyes, rose-colored glasses. But the Six of Cups is also, in this case, it can mean that continue to wrap up the old and then shift your mindset and focus on what's coming in, all the good that you've struggled for, that you're gonna see that as an accomplishment. And that very well may put you in a vibration of like the love is actually good. Okay. Six of Cups is like, this is a good romance. It has that quality of going from Two of Cups to Six of Cups. Okay. So the emergence from keeping the secret of I'm in love to like exposing it, saying it, treating them in a loving manner. Okay. And then the Magician, Gemini. And then the Empress, Venus and Libra. The Magician, I know I say Gemini because I see it as you. This is you. This is you finally moving out of seeing it through dark. Okay, the dark cast has been lifted, unveiled. The Empress is also unveiled. Okay, the High Priestess is veiled, but the Empress is unveiled. So, what you struggled to come out of, you will. Okay, the Empress and the Magician. Also, love, you've manifested love, the Hierophant. Wow, okay. Why the Six of Pentacles and the Moon, though? Why that? It may very well put others at uneasy because you have the Five of Cups, Mars and Scorpio, but I believe that you are moving out of this vibration because I see it in a reversal energy. Okay, Mars and Scorpio, I see it more as a reversal energy. And here you actually are, Gemini, the Lover's card. You have the Magician, the Empress, and the Lover's card. And the Six of Cups, that's definitely real love. And that's definitely confirming the message that you have in your timeout, however that may have happened, transpired, however that it really was like you were out, you were cast out, or you were like, get me the F out of here. Okay. But now it's time to move your attention and fixation on what has occurred to what is occurring before your eyes. And it could very well mean too that others are like, oh, I lost my chance. They see your transformation. Also, you have manifested this through magic, through you healed, you've transformed the Queen of Wands. Okay. Or whoever was trying to come in, King of Cups, whoever was trying to come in to cause any more delay, to add to the confusion, it's no longer working. Cool. Justice, King of Cups. Some of you can very well have Scorpio, Pisces in your chart, or it is just Pisces season. Happy birthday to Pisces. Thank you, Gemini. Don't forget to hit like. I know we're in the bedroom. I don't even mean to be saucy, right? I'm not really trying to be saucy. I'm just chilling because I'm not a good, I don't like noise. I am a noisy person, but you know, okay, breakthrough. The dawn of a new mind, new ideas, visionary thinking, mental clarity, resilience. Okay. If reverse overthinking, clouded judgment, mental despair, weighed down by collective darkness. You're going into wealth. It's obviously the upright. Okay. Don't forget that I read both. Just because they're not in reverse, just because the Five of Cups didn't come out in reverse doesn't mean I didn't give you that vibration, right? Like I didn't skip out on that. I'm not like, that's one reason why I'm not a cheerleader, but here I am cheering you on. The guidance of the sword of truth held by the hand of God rises from the clouds, signaling a moment of breakthrough. This double-edged sword is encircled by a golden crown, symbolizing the victory of transcendence over illusion. Both ginkgo and raven are ancient guardians of earth, both symbolizing the strength and resilience required to protect the ethereal realm, the source of magic. If ginkgo has appeared in your spread today, you are about to experience a total breakthrough, a revolutionary change in consciousness. Bring the light of dawn to the ongoing cycles of darkness within yourself or those experienced on earth. Stay dynamic and fluid and don't allow negativity to cloud your judgment. Wow. Okay. There you go. Thank you, Gemini. I'm all over the place, right? Okay. Yes, don't forget to hit like, and we close and end the reading. Happy birthday to the Pisces folks. Happy eclipse season. Happy Mercury retrograde in Pisces. Enjoy, Gemini. Share this with others. Leave me a comment. Thank you for all the likes. You guys, Gemini, you guys are awesome. And yeah, subscribe. Thank you. Ciao.